Greetings everyone, I'm back in the UK, no longer in South America. The trip has finished, but it feels great to be back here, back in the motherland. It's -1 degrees at the moment in the countryside, but I am loving it, reconnecting with family. Yeah, it's really beautiful to be back. And so this is my first video, and I wanted to do this video becoming a supernova because it relates to something I was going through about a year ago, and it feels like a good time of year to reflect on what's gone before, which is what we generally all do as we get close to the end of the year, right? I went through an emotional breakdown last December, which led to and has led to a literally epic year, and I'll go back through more of that. But I was going through this, I went through this emotional breakdown last December. I got to a point where I'd been in Ibiza, I'd been really suffering emotionally after a breakup, and it got to a point where it was just too much. It was too much, and my soul literally said to me one day, you need to get off the island, you just need to go. And there was no other choice, there was no other decision to be made. I just knew what I needed to do. And so I bought a ferry ticket the following day from Ibiza to Valencia, and I ended up going on a month-long road trip through southern Spain, which was amazing. It was just what I needed to reconnect with myself, and for me, and to get me back on my path. And for me, it really, yeah, that was really my breakdown and breakthrough moment. And about a month later, I got a copy of Brianna Weist's book, The Mountain Is You, which is all about self-sabotage. And I'm going to read a passage for you now. It's an amazing book. I totally recommend you get hold of a copy of it. My copy was dogged, loads of notes throughout it, so many amazing passages and quotes in there. I really encourage you to get a copy. This particular piece is about 2 pages in. This literally kept me reading for the whole book because it was so impactful on me, and it really related to what I'd gone through the month before. I'm going to read it to you now. Are you sitting comfortably? Then I'll begin. The breakdown is often just the tipping point that precedes the breakthrough. The moment a star implodes before it becomes a supernova. Wow. Mic drop moment. The breakdown is often just the tipping point that precedes the breakthrough. The moment a star implodes before it becomes a supernova. Wow. So a breakdown, if we're going through some kind of breakdown in our life, it almost signifies, and it's symbolic of death in our life, death of the old identity. And for me, that's exactly what I was going through in 2021. I was shedding my identity with veganism, personal training, this relationship that I'd come out of and that was causing me a lot of pain. But it was all of it, really. It really, this breakdown I went through was really representative of this death. It was like the final point of this death cycle that I was kind of going through. And it really led to this incredible year, breaking through, in this year that I've been on, this year of like rebirth, basically. And I just love the symbology of, a star. We're all stars, we're already stars, but sometimes we're not all maybe realizing our full potential. Or in order to take us from just being a star to a supernova, we need to go through some kind of implosion before we can witness the explosion. And that's exactly what happens when a star implodes and becomes a supernova. And that's definitely what happened to me last year. Like I said, I went through this really difficult time. It was the end of a death cycle. It was the year of identity death for me last year, and then this year was a year of rebirth. And that trip that I went on really got me back on my path, got me reconnected with myself, and it took me into this year. And this year that was about bridging between an old version of myself to a new version of myself. I knew instinctively that that's what this year was all about. And obviously I ended up leaving Ibiza, it was time to go. It was time to close that chapter. I came back to the UK, reconnected with the UK in the summer and friends and family. It felt really amazing. And then obviously I went off to South America, totally, extracted myself from society for 3 months, spent a lot of time on my own, had a lot of peace. I was in the jungle, I was by the coast. I did a lot of deep thinking, and through that process was really able to understand who I am now, and like what I want in my life now, like who I don't want to be, where I don't want to be, and what's a really deep calling in me. And that's what that trip away really gave me. And so I've come back to the UK at this peak point in this cycle of rebirth. And so we're nearly there, and I'm really excited for this next chapter, which is now laying the foundations. It's almost like you have to break everything down first, then you have to go through this rebirth cycle. And then I think for me next year is about now starting to really ground and lay down some solid foundations to build my future on. So the message today is for anyone that's going through a really difficult time in your life right now, any kind of physical illness, any kind of emotional illness, or emotional breakdown, any form of breakdown that you're going through, recognizing that I know it's fucking hard and it's really difficult and you sometimes can't see a way out, but you will get through this. And this you will look back on and see it as a great catalyst for amazing things that are going to come into your life and that you're going to use as fuel for your fire to create from. Okay, so keep that in your heart, keep that in your mind, and know that you're going to get through this and you're going to come through it a bigger and better star that you are. You will become a supernova. I hope you liked the video, guys. Please like, subscribe, share, follow, all that jazz. I look forward to seeing you on the next one. So that's it for me now. Peace out and English power. Ciao for now.